about to start my workout for today. I've taken the last couple of weeks off and I really want to ease back into these at-home workouts. So today's workout is going to be a slower pace than what we normally do. It's going to be zero impact. So if you would like to join me, go ahead and grab an exercise mat or a yoga mat if you have one. If you don't have a mat, a towel should suffice, and if you are working out on a carpeted floor or on grass, you may not need anything at all. But if you have a yoga mat or an exercise mat, definitely go ahead and grab that. You'll be more comfortable if you have something soft beneath you. We're really just doing inchworms, transformers, and squats. So let me just very quickly show you the little combo, and then we'll go ahead and get right into the workout. So we are starting with an inchworm. I'm going to start towards one end of my mat, standing in a neutral position so my feet are about shoulder width apart. Start with your shoulders back and down, chest lifted high, and tighten up your abs. Make sure you're paying attention to your posture and to your alignment. Now we're going to bend down. I'm going to put my hands on the mat and I'm just going to walk them out. So just walking one hand in front of the other until I'm in a plank position. Now make sure in your plank position that you're not sinking into your shoulders like this. You want to actively be pressing the ground away from you so that you stay up here in this nice high plank and you're not sinking like this, okay? So visualize actually pressing the ground away from you. Make sure your head is in a nice neutral position, so don't let your head drop like this. You do not need to overcorrect by hyperextending your neck and kind of jutting your chin out to the front. You just want your head in line with your spine and make sure that you are engaging your abs, keeping your hips lifted nice and high. So you want a flat back. Make sure you're not allowing your back to arch and allowing your hips or your belly to drop down towards the mat like this. So tighten up your abs, use your ab muscles to lift your hips high and keep them high. Now from here we're going to go down into an elbow plank. So this is our transformer. So one elbow at a time, I'm just going to pick up one hand, bend the arm and place my elbow and my forearm down on the mat. Now I'm going to pick up the other hand and do the same thing so that I'm down here in an elbow plank. Now I'm going to come back up to my high plank, one hand at a time. So the same hand that I initiated the movement with to come down to my elbow plank, that's the same hand I'm going to initiate the movement with to come back up to my high plank. So pick up this hand, place the hand flat on the mat, pick up the other hand, place the hand flat on the mat. Now we're going to finish our inchworm by walking the hands back in. So one at a time, just walk your hands back in towards your feet and stand. Now we're going to do an air squat. So again, start by checking in with your posture. You want to make sure that your shoulders are back and down. Back, meaning that you might feel like kind of like you're pinching your shoulder blades together. And down, meaning away from the ears. So for me, I constantly throughout the day find my shoulders up here. If you're like me, you want to push them down, okay? So if you visualize trying to tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets, that is going to help you to find your correct posture for the squat. Now before you start the squat, you might want to step your feet out a little bit wider. When I start my inchworm, I typically have my feet exactly shoulder width apart or even maybe a little tighter, and when I do my squat, I typically feel more comfortable with my feet just a bit wider than shoulder width, so just pay attention to that. It doesn't really matter. You can do your squat with a wide stance. You can do a squat from a narrow stance. So whatever's comfortable for you, but just a heads up, after I inchworm my hands back in, I'll probably be taking just a tiny step out with each foot, just so that I'm in a more comfortable position for me. I like to have my feet just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart when I'm doing my squat. So you find the position that works for you. But tuck your shoulder blades into your back pockets so that your shoulders are back and down. That's going to help keep your chest lifted nice and high, which is what we want. Now, instead of thinking about squatting, if I think about my squat as going straight down, what tends to happen is that my knees end up out over my toes. That's not the movement. That's not what we're doing here. We are going to instead think about touching the wall behind you with your booty. So if you really try to do that, if I really honestly try my hardest to touch that wall behind me with my booty, look what happens. Now you can see that my knees are staying over my heels. That means that my body weight is staying over my heels, and I can actually pick up my toes. At the same time that I'm sticking my booty back and trying to touch this wall behind me with my booty, I'm still thinking of keeping my chest lifted nice and high, so I'm visualizing trying to touch the wall in front of me with my chest, so that my spine is nice and elongated and my back is flat. So tuck the shoulder blades into the back pocket, chest is lifted high, shoulders are back and down. Tighten up those abs, push the booty back like you're trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty, and keep that chest lifted high. So visualize trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest at the same time. So now your back is flat, the weight is in your heels, and from this position is where you can sink down into your squat. So you want to make sure your back stays flat and the weight stays in your heels, and you also want to make sure that your abs stay super tight and engaged. So if you imagine that someone is about to punch you as hard as they can in your stomach, think about how you would brace for that impact. And that's how tight your abs should be when you're in your plank position. That's how tight your abs should be when you are squatting, okay? So, shoulders back and down, chest lifted high, push the booty back. Back is flat, weight is in the heels, sink down into your squat. Do your best to get your booty all the way down as low as you can, almost so that it's touching the floor or the ground. So it's below my knees. Now, if you can't come down this far in the squat, that's fine. Just sink down as deep into the squat as you can. But I'm going to be coming all the way down into this low squat position, because from here I'm going to be shifting my weight forward and coming up onto the balls of my feet, tapping my knees down to the mat in front of me, and then I'm going to reverse that movement. So now I'm going to shift my weight back, return to my squat position, and then to stand, I'm going to press my heels into the mat and stand. So again, when I'm pressing my heels into the mat, I'm visualizing actually pushing the ground away from me with my heels. So that is my little combo that I'm going to be doing. Now, if you cannot squat low and do this move, that's fine. You can eliminate this if you need to, that's absolutely fine. And you can just do an air squat. So do your best to at least see if you can get your thighs parallel to the ground if you're unable to sink really deep into the squat like I'm going to be doing. If you can at least get your thighs parallel to the ground, that's great. But if you're not there yet, you're not there yet. Please be where you are. Work to your own level. But if you can at least get your thighs parallel to the ground, that's great. Come here and then press the heels into your mat in order to stand, and that's your squat. That's totally fine. Any squat variation you want to do is fine. But that's your proper form, and that's it. That's all we're doing. So let's put a couple of reps all together so that you can see how it's going to flow. So I'm going to start here in a neutral position. My feet are about shoulder width apart. I'm going to come down, put my hands on the mat in front of me, walk the hands out until I'm in a plank position. Now I'm going to put my elbows down on the mat, one elbow at a time, initiating with this hand on the way down, initiating with this hand again on the way up. Now I'm walking my hands back in, stand. I'm going to widen my stance just a touch, shoulders back and down, chest lifted high. Tightening those abs and pushing my booty back, sinking down into this nice deep squat. Shifting my weight forward, coming up onto the balls of my feet, tapping those knees down on the mat, and now reversing the movement, shifting my weight back down, pressing my heels into the mat to stand. That's one set. Now with the next set, I'm going to walk my hands out into a plank position, and I'm going to make sure that I'm initiating the movement for the transformer with the opposite hand. So now I'm picking up this hand to initiate the movement on the way down, and picking up the same hand again to initiate the movement on the way back up. Walk the hands back in, stand. Get your feet in a comfortable position for the squat. squat, tap the knees down, back into the squat, press the ground away to stand. So with each set, that's my second set, with each set I'm going to do my best to remember to switch which hand I am using to initiate the movement for my transformer, just so that I end up even on both sides. So that's it, that's all we're doing today. There are a couple of different ways you could approach this. You can either decide how many sets you want to do. So you can decide that you want to do 20 sets or 50 sets or 100 sets of that little combo and just do that for time. That's what I'm going to be doing. Or you can decide how much time you have to dedicate to your workout today. If you only have 20 minutes, you can turn this into an AMRAP. You can set a timer for 20 minutes and have the timer count down 20 minutes for you and just see how many sets you can complete in 20 minutes or 30 minutes or 10 minutes, it doesn't matter, okay? So turning it into an AMRAP works. So if you only have 5 minutes or 10 minutes today to squeeze in a quick little workout, just set a timer to count down 10 minutes for you, 15 minutes, however much time you have, and see how many times you can complete that little combo that I just showed you. Or you can decide that you want to complete 20 sets or 50 sets or 100 sets. I'm going to do 100 sets. I'm going to take it nice and slow. I'm not going to rush through it, so it's going to take a few minutes, but that's fine. Like I said, I just want to kind of ease into things. So I know it's a lot of reps, so you don't have to do 100 reps if you don't want to, but that's what I'm doing. So you do what works for you. The instructions are typed out in the description box down below the video as well. I'm going to show you the whole workout right now, and it's super simple, so it should be pretty easy to follow along. But as always, if there are any questions about the format and how you can customize the workout, if you have any questions about the exercises, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, if you need to see beginner modifications, I'm right here to help, so please just ask. And also please remember, especially if you are working out along with the video, whether you are going to turn this into an AMRAP or whether you are going to just assign yourself a specific amount of sets that you want to complete for time, please make sure that you're going at your own pace. You don't want to race through the exercises at the expense of your form, because if your form gets sloppy, you are increasing your risk of injury. I don't want anyone getting hurt. So please make sure that you're minding your form. Make sure you're doing the exercises correctly and mindfully, and work to your own level. So I think I've covered everything. I hope. I feel like it's been forever since I made a workout video. So it's been forever since I've done my little spiel that I do for the intro. So I may have left something out, but again, I'm here to answer questions if you have them. I hope I've covered everything. If you are ready to go ahead and do this workout with me, go ahead and grab an exercise mat or a yoga mat if you have one. If not, maybe a towel. Take a minute to make sure you're good and warmed up. And when you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so as soon as you're ready, here we go. I am starting my timer in 3, 2, 1. So time has begun. You're gonna come to one end of your mat to begin. And now put the hands down, walk them out until you're in a plank position. Elbow plank, back to your high plank. Walk the hands back in and stand. Squat, tap the knees, return to your squat position, and stand. That's one set. So I'm going to do 99 more of those. So one more time, hands down. One more time, and me talking you through 99 more times, we're gonna do it. Walk the hands out now, initiating the movement with the other arm, coming down into my elbow plank, back up into my high plank. Walk the hands back in, stand, squat, tap the knees, and stand. So that's 2. So this will make a great warm up for a more intense workout. But if you're just looking to take it a little bit easier with me today, this is all I'm going to be doing, okay? I'm not even gonna be jumping rope today. So we're just gonna do that 98 more times. So do your best. my knee tap. But that's 8. So that's 10. So the way I'm remembering it is I'm keep counting in my head, obviously, so I don't lose track of what rep I'm on. So with every time it's an odd number rep, I'm initiating the movement with this hand, even I'm initiating with this hand, all right? So just do your best to alternate. If it's too difficult to alternate, you can stay on one hand for half your reps and then switch for the second half. So you don't have to remember to alternate with each rep. But that's my first 10 sets. So I'm just gonna do that 9 more times. It's not so bad. All right, getting nice and warm now. It feels good. All right, let's do another 10. So that's 20 for me. My gardeners are here, so the next 15 minutes or so is going to be a little loud with the lawnmower and the weed whacker and all that stuff. Sorry about that, but I have a small yard, so they won't be here for too long. All right, so if you need to rest, pause and rest. When you're ready, come back and we'll go ahead and start on our next set of 10. So I'm picking up my count at 20. That was 21. This is 22, which is an even number. So I'm initiating the movement with this hand that's closest to the gate. So that's 22. So this is rep 23, odd number. That means I'm initiating the movement with this hand. Stand, squat, tap the knees. So that was rep number 23. Even number. That's 24. And that's 30. If you're wanting to make this more challenging, there are a couple of different ways you can do that. So to make the inchworm more challenging, you can do it on one foot. So you can pick up one foot by the knee, pick up this foot behind you, and inchworm out on just one foot. And then put both of your feet down, and instead of a transformer, if you want to make it more difficult, instead of coming down to your elbow plank and then back up one arm at a time, you can bend both of your elbows at the same time. Lower yourself down into an elbow plank like this, and then bring yourself back up into your high plank, straightening both arms at the same time, like this. And then pick up the same leg or the opposite leg. It depends on where you want to switch legs. Walk it back in, okay? You can do more challenging squat variation. You can add a jump if you want. All right, there's any number of ways that you can add difficulty to these exercises. So if what we're doing is not challenging enough for you and you want to do a little more today, feel free to modify, but we've completed 3 sets of 10. Let's keep it moving. When you're ready, let's go ahead and start on another set of 10, and if you need to pause and rest for a little longer, we've been at it a little over 11 minutes, so pause and rest, and when you're ready to start back up again, just hit play. Here we go, picking up our count at 30. ready. This one sock keeps like shifting position. So I'm pausing for a few seconds to fix my sock. Take a couple of breaths. Picking up my count at 40. I'm gonna go ahead and start on my next 10 reps, and then we'll be at 50. So if you're just going to 50, you're almost done. Here we go. When you're ready, remember you should be going at your own pace. So as always, if you are not ready to resume yet, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. That's 41. Take as long of a rest break as you need. Just challenge yourself to keep the rest break as short as possible, but you need to make sure that you are going at your own pace. That's 42. So you should only resume when you feel that you have enough strength and enough stamina to continue with good form. That's 43. If you're faster than I am, that's fine. Like I said, I'm taking it nice and easy today. I'm timing this, but I didn't set a time goal, and I'm not like trying to go fast. That's 45. But if you want to get your heart rate up a little more and take it at a faster pace, that's great. You should do that. Again, just don't sacrifice your form for speed. That's 46. So as long as you're capable of doing a faster pace without losing anything off of your form, that is absolutely fine. Feel free to do that. 47. 3 more. 48. 49, one more. 'Knees and stand, that's 50. So if you were just doing 50, we've been at it for almost 18 minutes. That was a nice little, almost 18-minute workout. So if that's all you want to do today, that is fine. I will do a bonus burpee in solidarity with you right now. Remember that the workout is never complete until you have done a bonus burpee. So if you're stopping at 50, let's go ahead and do our final rep of the day, one bonus burpee. All right, please take a few minutes to stretch, a good 15 minutes, 20 minutes or more if you can spare it, to stretch before you go have your shower and eat some lunch and get on with the rest of your day. If you are continuing on with me, we're going to do another 50 sets. So now that you've seen everything and I've talked you through everything, I'm going to try to see if I can pick up the pace a little bit for the second half. So I'm picking up my count at 50. If you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Here we go, starting on the second half. that's 60 for me. 4 more sets of 10. One thing that I've started doing just within the last 20 to 30 reps or so, I wasn't being mindful of it at the beginning, but whichever side I'm initiating the movement on for the transformer with each set, I'm also now making sure to initiate the walking with that same hand. Okay, so picking up my count at 61. So we're picking up my count at 60. So this will be 61, rep number 61 that we're about to do. That's an odd number, so I'm going to be leading with this hand on the transformer. So that means I'm also going to be leading with this hand with my walking. So this hand went down on the mat first. This elbow's going down on the mat first. This hand's coming back up first. And this hand is walking back in first. So each time I'm moving with that odd number rep, 61, I'm initiating the movement with this hand. Now for my next rep, this will be rep number 62. So I'm initiating everything with the opposite hand. So I'm initiating my walk with this hand. Once I'm in my plank position, I'm initiating my transformer with this hand, both on the way down and on the way up. And now again, same hand to initiate the walk back in, squat, tap the knees, and stand. Did I skip my squat last time? I think I might have. There's an extra one just in case. I'll zip it so I can focus on my movement, but I just wanted to bring that to your attention. Just another small detail to be aware of, so I make sure I'm even. All right, so odd number rep, walk it out, initiating all the movement with the hand that's closest to you for the inchworm and for the transformer. Even number rep, so I'm initiating all of the movements for the inchworm and for the transformer with the hand that's closest to this gate. So that's 62 or 64. I'm gonna say it's 62. I'm gonna zip it. I said I was gonna zip it before. I didn't zip it and now I have no idea where I am. So I'm gonna say that was 62. It might have been 64. I might be doing an extra 2 reps, I'm not sure. Let's call that 63. And I'll call this 64. I don't know if that's accurate or not. But I'd rather know that there's a possibility, so that's 64. I'd rather finish the workout knowing there's a possibility that I may have done a couple of extra reps than to spend the rest of the day wondering, so that was 65. Spend the rest of the day wondering if I shorted myself 2 reps. So that was 66, might have been 68, but I'm calling it 66. It's officially 66, but I know it's an even number because of the side I was on. Because I have been consistent with alternating sides with each set. So let's call that 67. How long ago was it that I said I was gonna zip my lip? I haven't stopped talking since. That's 68. 2 more. Might as well babble through this entire set of 10. That may possibly have been a set of 12. I'm not sure. All right, last one. Even number. So initiating the movement with the hand that is furthest from you. Stand, squat, tap the knees, and stand. So that's 70. So 3 more sets of 10. Just taking a few seconds to breathe. I'm gonna do a completely silent set of 10. You just watch, or do it with me, but you'll see I can zip my lip for 10 sets. Here we go. Picking up my count at 70. right? 70, yeah. 3 more sets, here we go. Okay, it's 80 for me. Just 2 more sets of 10 to go. When you're ready, here we go. knee tap again on that squat, so I had to redo the squat. I'm trying to focus, but you know, I've been struggling lately with a lot of things, so I might be losing focus. In some reps, I may have messed them up. I may have been on the wrong side, or I may have forgotten to do my knee tap or something like that and not realized it. So it's okay, just do your best. We're out here, we're moving, we're burning calories. It's all good. My heart rate is actually pretty elevated, more so than I would have thought. So we're at just under 33 minutes. That was set number 90, or was it 80? Oh my God. All right, I think that might have been set number 90. So let's do another 10, and then because I'm not 100% sure, I'm going to do another 10 after that. But if you already know that this is our last 10 sets, you don't have to do another 10. But I'm not sure if this is the last 10 sets. I feel like this might be 80 through 90 that we're doing now. I really don't remember for sure. So I'm gonna complete this set. I'll make a note of my time. And then I'm gonna do one more set just to be safe. All right, so that's, I'm calling that 83. If it's 93, I'm sorry. I'll just call it 3. Four. 5. 6. 7. 8. 2 more. See, the gardeners are gone already. Told you they don't spend a long time. That's 9. And that's 10. 35, 24 is what my timer said when I completed that 10th set. So I don't know if that was my 90th set all day or if that was set number 100. I feel like I may have lost count. So if you know that was 100 and you're done, then you can be done. Or you can do an extra 10 sets with me, because why not? If I didn't mess up the count and that really was set number 90, then we have to do another 10 sets anyway. But if you already know you did 100 and you don't want to do these additional 10, you can just rest. And watch me do an extra 10 sets for no reason other than that I'm a scatterbrain and I can't count. All right, final 10 reps. Either way, join me if you want. If not, just watch. That's fine. Squat, tap the knees, and stand. That's 1. 2. 3. that was at least 99. And this is our final rep of the day. Possibly rep 110, but I'm calling it rep 100. 38 minutes and 47 seconds is what it took me, so it didn't take us too long. We are not quite finished yet. No workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just one rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together. And then the workout will be officially complete when you're ready. Here we go. Final rep of the day. All right, with that, the workout is now officially complete. I hope you enjoyed this one. This is kind of the style of workouts that I have been doing these last couple of weeks that I haven't been uploading workout videos to YouTube. So starting next week, I'll get back into the more intense workouts that I normally do, but I figured this week I would just kind of ease us all back into it. So the workouts this week are going to be more similar to what we did today. They're going to be slower pace, they're going to be less intense, no impact. So if you would like to see more of that moving forward, just let me know and I'm happy to include more workouts in this style. If you want to get back to the more high intensity workouts, I will have more high intensity workouts coming next week. And again, remember that I have an entire playlist with like hundreds and hundreds of different workouts to choose from. So you can always feel free to go back and do some of the older workouts until we get back into the more high intensity workouts next week. But I think it's really important to make sure that there's a variety in the workouts, and this way we have different options to choose from. So that's why I just decided to go ahead and share something a little bit different this week. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did this workout with me today, thank you very much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you are not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you so much for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you so much to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format and how you can customize the format, the different ways you can put it together, if you have questions about the exercises that we were doing today, any doubts about how to do the exercises with the correct form, or if you need any help with beginner modifications, I'm right here to help, so please just ask. That is going to do it for today, but before I say goodbye, I have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is do not redeem. So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says do not redeem. That is going to do it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.